Do you know which red foods to avoid if you have diabetes? Let's dive into an intriguing journey of color-coded dietary awareness. Our focus today is on the color red. Surprisingly, not all red foods are created equal, especially when it comes to managing diabetes. We're going to explore 5 red foods that might be lurking in your kitchen right now, potentially disrupting your blood sugar balance. As we know, maintaining a healthy diet is a crucial part of managing diabetes. It's not just about cutting out sugar, it's also about understanding the nutritional content of the foods we eat. Eating the wrong types of food can lead to a roller coaster of blood sugar spikes and crashes, which can be harmful to your health. It's a complex task, but don't worry, we're here to simplify it for you. So, are you ready to rethink your diet? Stay tuned to find out which red foods you should steer clear from. First on our list of red foods to avoid is red meat. Now, we're not saying you have to go full vegetarian, but reducing your red meat consumption can have significant benefits for your health, especially if you're managing diabetes. Red meat, like beef, lamb, and pork, is high in saturated fats. While fats are crucial for our body's functioning, saturated fats can raise your levels of bad cholesterol. This LDL cholesterol can clog arteries, leading to heart disease. And did you know that heart disease is the leading cause of death for people with diabetes? It's a sobering fact, but one that can be mitigated with the right diet. Now you might be wondering, but where will I get my protein from? Well, there are plenty of healthier alternatives to red meat. Take lean proteins, for instance. Chicken, turkey, and fish are all excellent sources of protein that contain less saturated fat than red meat. Plant-based proteins like beans, lentils, and tofu are also fantastic options. They're not just high in protein, they're also packed with fiber, which can help regulate your blood sugar levels. And let's not forget about the environmental impact of red meat. The production of red meat contributes to greenhouse gas emissions more than any other food. By reducing our intake, we're not just making a healthier choice for our bodies, but also for our planet. It's not about completely eliminating red meat from your diet, but rather making mindful choices. Consider the size and frequency of your red meat portions. Instead of a large steak, how about a smaller portion of lean beef? Or better yet, replace it with a delicious nutrient-packed salad topped with grilled chicken or a hearty bean stew. So next time you're thinking of a steak, perhaps consider a salad with grilled chicken instead. It's all about balance after all. And remember, every little change you make in your diet can have a big impact on your overall health. So, here's to making healthier choices, one meal at a time. You might not expect it, but ketchup is another red food to watch out for. Yes, that's right. Our beloved ketchup, the classic companion to fries, burgers, and countless other dishes, is hiding a secret that might surprise you. It's packed with sugar. Let's think about it. When you squirt that dollop of ketchup onto your plate, you're probably not considering the sugar content. But did you know that a single tablespoon of most store-bought ketchups contains around a teaspoon of sugar? That's about 4 grams. Doesn't seem like much? Well, consider how quickly it adds up when you're generously adding ketchup to your meals throughout the day. This high sugar content can lead to unexpected spikes in your blood sugar levels. And for those managing diabetes, this can be a real cause for concern. These sugar spikes can throw your blood sugar control off balance, making it harder to manage your condition. Now, this doesn't mean you have to banish ketchup from your life entirely. There are ways to enjoy the tangy sweet flavor of ketchup without the sugar overload. For instance, consider opting for sugar-free or reduced sugar ketchup options. Be sure to read labels carefully though, as some brands may replace sugar with artificial sweeteners, which can also impact your blood sugar levels. Or better yet, why not try some healthier alternatives? Homemade salsa is a great option. Made with fresh tomatoes, onions, and a dash of spice, it can provide a flavorful kick without the added sugar. Another alternative is tomato paste. It's rich in flavor and lower in sugar, making it a healthier choice for those watching their sugar intake. To wrap up, ketchup, while a staple in many of our diets, is a red food that those with diabetes should consume with caution due to its high sugar content. But don't worry, there are plenty of tasty and healthier alternatives out there to explore. Remember, not all condiments are created equal. Maraschino cherries, a popular cocktail garnish, unfortunately make our list. These vibrant red orbs may look tempting atop your sundae or cocktail, but they carry a secret that's not so sweet for your health, especially if you have diabetes. You see, maraschino cherries are not just cherries that have been dyed red. They're a product of a complex process that involves bleaching the fruit in calcium chloride and sulfur dioxide until they turn yellow, then soaking them in a bath of high fructose corn syrup and red dye. This process strips the fruit of its natural nutrients and replaces them with a hefty dose of sugar and artificial coloring. And when we say hefty, we mean it. Just one maraschino cherry contains about 3 grams of sugar. That's about the same amount of sugar as in 1 teaspoon of table sugar. Now, imagine how quickly that adds up if you're popping these cherries like candy or garnishing your drinks with a handful of them. Before you know it, you've consumed far more sugar than you may have intended. Additionally, the red dye used in maraschino cherries is often a source of controversy. Some studies suggest that artificial coloring may have adverse effects on human health. While more research is needed to confirm these findings, it's something worth considering, especially if you're already watching your health closely. But don't despair, cherry lovers. There's a healthier alternative that doesn't involve giving up your favorite fruit: fresh cherries. These naturally sweet treats are packed with nutrients like vitamin C, potassium, and fiber. They also have a lower glycemic index than their maraschino counterparts, meaning they won't cause a rapid spike in your blood sugar levels. So next time you're tempted to reach for that jar of maraschino cherries, remember the sugar and artificial coloring they contain. Instead, opt for fresh cherries. They're just as delicious, if not more so, and they're a lot kinder to your body. Opt for fresh cherries for a naturally sweet and healthier choice. Fruit punch, despite its name, is not as innocent as it sounds. This refreshing beverage, often a staple at parties and gatherings, comes with a hidden caveat: an astonishingly high sugar content. Now, you might think, it's fruit punch, surely it's healthier than soda or other sugary drinks. Unfortunately, that's not always the case. The truth is, fruit punch often contains as much sugar, if not more, than your average soda. This sugar isn't the natural kind you find in whole fruits either. It's typically added sugar, which can swiftly spike your blood glucose levels when consumed. For individuals managing diabetes, this can pose a significant issue, leading to unwanted blood sugar fluctuations. But don't despair. There's no need to banish all flavorful drinks from your life. There are plenty of delicious alternatives that won't wreak havoc on your blood sugar levels. One such example is water infused with fresh fruits. This simple concoction can be a game changer. It's a healthy, hydrating, and flavorful beverage that can easily be customized to your taste. You can add a variety of fruits like strawberries, oranges, lemons, or even a handful of fresh mint or cucumber for a refreshing twist. The possibilities are endless, and the best part is, this fruit-infused water contains no added sugars. The natural sugars from the fruits seep into the water, giving it a subtle, pleasant flavor without the blood sugar spike. Other alternatives could be herbal teas or even plain old water. Remember, staying hydrated is essential, especially for those managing diabetes. So it's not just about what you're eating, but also what you're drinking. So the next time you're at a party or a gathering and you see a bowl of enticing fruit punch, remember, it's not as innocent as it sounds. But don't worry, you've got plenty of healthier, tastier options right at your fingertips. To sum it up, fruit punch may be a delight to the taste buds, but not so much to your blood sugar levels. Make a conscious choice. Opt for drinks that not only quench your thirst, but also respect your health. Quench your thirst without the extra sugar. Last but not least on our list is the delicious but dangerous red velvet cake. A single slice may seem harmless, but it's packed with an alarming amount of sugar and fat. This combination can cause a rapid increase in blood sugar levels, posing a serious problem for individuals with diabetes. Red velvet cake is a popular dessert known for its distinct bright red color and velvety texture. It's typically made with butter, sugar, cocoa powder, and red food coloring, all of which contribute to its high sugar and fat content. A standard slice of this cake can pack up to 40 grams of sugar, which is about 10 teaspoons. That's almost double the recommended daily intake of sugar for adults. The high fat content, primarily from the butter and cream cheese frosting, is also a concern. High-fat foods can lead to weight gain, which increases the risk of developing type 2 diabetes and can complicate management of the disease. But does this mean you should completely eliminate desserts from your diet? Absolutely not. There are plenty of healthier alternatives that can satisfy your sweet tooth without sabotaging your health. Consider fresh fruits like strawberries or blueberries. They are naturally sweet, rich in fiber, and packed with antioxidants. Or, if you're feeling a bit more adventurous, you can try diabetic-friendly dessert recipes. These recipes use sugar substitutes or natural sweeteners and healthier fats to create tasty treats that won't spike your blood sugar levels. For instance, you could whip up a batch of almond flour cookies sweetened with stevia, or a delicious chia seed pudding made with unsweetened almond milk. These desserts not only taste great, but they also provide nutritional benefits, making them a win-win for your taste buds and your health. Remember, managing diabetes doesn't have to mean giving up the foods you love. It's about making smarter choices that support your overall health and well-being. So the next time you're tempted by a slice of red velvet cake, think twice. Choose a healthier alternative and satisfy your sweet tooth without sabotaging your health. To sum it all up, it's important to be mindful of what you eat when you have diabetes. With that in mind, let's take a quick trip down memory lane and revisit the 5 red foods we've discussed today that are best to steer clear of if you're managing diabetes. On our list, we had red meat, ketchup, maraschino cherries, fruit punch, and the ever-tempting red velvet cake. Red meat, though a popular protein source, is high in saturated fats, which can contribute to insulin resistance. It's best to opt for leaner meats or plant-based proteins. Then there's ketchup, a staple in many households, but it's surprisingly high in sugar and can spike your blood sugar levels. Maraschino cherries, while they may seem innocent, are often soaked in a syrup full of added sugar. Fresh cherries are a much healthier option. And then we have fruit punch. Despite the word fruit being in its name, it's usually loaded with sugar and offers little to no nutritional value. Lastly, we talked about red velvet cake. It's a delicious treat, but it's also a sugar bomb waiting to explode your blood sugar levels. If you have a sweet tooth, there are plenty of diabetes-friendly dessert recipes out there that you can enjoy guilt-free. But remember, avoiding these 5 foods doesn't mean that you're stuck with a boring diet. There are countless delicious, nutritious, and diabetes-friendly foods out there waiting for you to discover. The key is to maintain a balanced diet filled with whole grains, lean proteins, and plenty of fresh fruits and vegetables. Making healthier food choices doesn't only help manage your blood sugar levels, but it also contributes to overall health, reducing the risk of heart disease and other health complications. So don't see it as a limitation. Rather, see it as an opportunity to explore new foods and flavors. Remember, with the right food choices, managing diabetes can be a piece of cake, a sugar-free one, of course.